When federal agents started watching a small discount store near the San Diego border, their curiosity was immediately piqued when they figured out that almost nobody ever went inside to shop. With a lot of patience, they managed to get a better idea of what was going on around the store and see who was coming in and out. But moments after they stopped one of the vehicles leaving the area, they realized this was much bigger than they first thought. Only when the drugs were found did the agents know they had to go back to the store immediately. The agents had made their way back to the still very suspicious store as fast as they could. What they had already found was so worrying that the officers felt like there was no time to lose. And as it would turn out, they were right with this assumption. The agents surrounded the building and started searching every room inside. One of them found something strange in the storage area. With the building secured, they opened the hidden entrance in the floor, and with only one look down into the darkness, they knew they had found something much worse than expected. This was even bigger than the drugs they had already seized, and the agents immediately called for more backup. No way they would be able to handle this alone. But what did the agents find underneath the store? Why was this quiet little discount shop sitting so close to the border, and why did it have almost no real customers? But before we start, smash the like button and make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and hit that notification bell so that you won't miss any new stories. The agents had been watching the Buy For Less store for months, and they had noticed that the place had been strangely quiet for some time now. The silence was of course not impossible, as some small stores do not get a lot of customers, but it would never make sense for it to stay this quiet for this long. Something was different here. The agents could feel it, and it did not take long before they thought their suspicions were getting confirmed. The store was located near Otay Mesa in San Diego, close to the border with Mexico. From the outside, it looked like a simple discount store. Nothing special. A normal sign, a normal front, and the kind of place most people would drive past without even thinking about it. But it piqued the agents' curiosity. As they watched it more, they could not help but think that this was probably one of the strangest stores they had ever watched. And this feeling only got stronger the longer they kept their eyes on it. While the agents had first mainly been stunned by how empty the store was, now they also started to notice other things. They were, for example, very surprised by the people who did come to the store. These people were not really acting like customers. They were not walking through the aisles, looking at products, or leaving with shopping bags. Some of them came in carrying suitcases that looked almost empty, stayed for a short time, and then left again. But everything faded in comparison to the most shocking thing about the store. As far as the agents could tell by watching it for weeks and months, there was no real reason for this place to stay open. There were almost no normal customers. There was almost no normal shopping. Only strange movement in and out of the building again and again. Why did anybody keep a store open that almost nobody shopped in? What could be the possible purpose of a place like this, especially all the way out here so close to one of the busiest border areas in the country? The agents had so many questions, but also had a way of answering them. They needed to keep watching until the people behind the store made a mistake. But seeing as this was close to the border, they had to be very careful. If they moved too early, they might find nothing. And if they waited too long, whatever was happening inside that store could disappear. How to prove it? The agents looked around for anything that could explain the strange movement. They watched the doors, they watched the vehicles, they watched the people, they watched the times they came and went. But the store offered them nothing clear, nothing simple, and nothing that looked like it could explain the whole thing by itself. So they made a choice they had to make. They kept watching. It was not fast, it was barely giving them anything at first, but suspicion had already pulled them too far to turn back now. Think about that for a second. A quiet little store near the border, open every day, almost no customers, but the same strange kind of people still coming and going. The agents watched slowly. The days passed, the same kind of movement continued. But finally, on May 29th, something happened. At first, the agents were not sure exactly what they were seeing. Men were moving deep freezers and heavy packages around the store area and into vehicles. This was not normal shopping. This was not normal stock being brought into a store. This was something else. And then the agents realized something even worse. Whatever was inside those packages was leaving. Before the suspects could move it too far, the agents followed. One of the vehicles was a white truck. From the outside, it could still have looked like nothing. Just a truck leaving a store, just freezers and boxes, just another ordinary vehicle on the road. But the agents had watched this store for too long to believe that. The vehicles were stopped. Officers brought in trained dogs, and almost immediately everything changed. The dogs reacted. The agents searched, and inside they started finding packages. Not a few, not some small amount hidden in a bag. Package after package after package, more than 2,200 pounds of cocaine. The agents did not wait to learn how the suspects would explain it. They already knew this was bigger than a suspicious store, bigger than a truck, and bigger than one strange day near the border. Only when the cocaine was secured did they turn their attention back to buy for less. Because if that much cocaine had come from around this store, then the store was not just suspicious anymore, it was the key. And here is where the story could have ended with a simple drug seizure. Because at first all the agents had was the load. A quiet discount store, strange people, deep freezers, heavy packages, and more than a ton of cocaine. It already sounded impossible. Then they searched the store. Everything changed. The agents checked the location and realized the problem immediately. If the cocaine had come through Buy 4 Less, there had to be a way for it to get there. But the building did not look like some huge warehouse. It did not look like a major smuggling center. It looked like a small discount shop that barely had any customers. And that was what made it so strange. So they searched every part of it. The shelves, the back rooms, the storage area, the floor. Nothing could be ignored. The place had been too quiet for too long, and if what they suspected was real, then whoever built this had worked very hard to make sure nobody would notice. The agents were still focused. They knew the suspects had been using the place, but there was a detail none of them could shake. If this was only a small store, how would so much cocaine move through it? The agents surrounded and secured the structure. Some of them moved deeper into the storage area, and what they saw confirmed that this was not a normal store. There was almost no sign of a real business being the main purpose of the place. No normal customer movement, no clear reason for the heavy freezers, no clear reason for the strange visits. Then one of them found the answer, a hidden entrance under the floor. It had not been made to be seen. Underneath was a hydraulic lift leading down into darkness. The answer had been beneath their feet the entire time. The store did have an entrance to something. It was just never meant to be seen. The agents descended carefully. The first thing they noticed was how deep it went. The second was how serious everything looked. This was not a small hiding spot. This was not a rough hole dug in a panic. This was a working tunnel disguised under an ordinary discount store. But what kind of operation needs a tunnel under a shop? The agents found electricity. They found ventilation. They found reinforced sections. They found a rail system that could move cargo through the passage. They also found that the tunnel ran much farther than they expected. It stretched from Tijuana toward the Buy 4 Less store near Otay Mesa, almost 2,000 feet in total and about 55 feet underground. The little store that looked so empty from the outside was not empty at all. The real business had been under it. The agents kept searching, section by section, corner by corner. Then the shape of the whole operation became clear. The tunnel was tall enough for people to move through, while bent over. The rail system made it possible to move heavy loads without carrying them by hand. The ventilation kept air moving. The electricity kept the tunnel usable. And the hidden lift meant packages could come up directly into the store without anyone outside understanding what was happening. The answer had been under the floor the entire time. Buy 4 Less was not really a discount store. It was the American end of a cross-border tunnel. And now the truth finally came out. The store had been sitting near the border looking like a normal business, but investigators had already suspected for months that something was wrong. It did not have enough real customers. It did not behave like a normal retail location. The people coming in and out did not look like people there to shop. They did not see a failing store. They saw an opportunity. The quiet discount shop became the perfect cover. No casual driver would stop and wonder what was under the floor. No person walking past would assume the back storage room had a hidden lift. No one would suspect that behind a boring storefront was a tunnel running beneath the border. And the tunnel, it was not for storage. It was part of a massive drug smuggling setup. The group had been using the underground passage to move cocaine from Mexico into the United States, hiding the entire route under a place that looked too ordinary to question. The deep freezers and heavy packages were not normal store supplies. They were part of the movement of more than $45 million worth of cocaine. The suspects had probably believed the store would protect them. When they moved the freezers that day, they gambled that the agents would not know enough, or would not move fast enough, or would not understand what was hidden under the floor. That gamble failed because the store had already been watched for months. By the time the tunnel was found, the operation was already falling apart. The agents had the cocaine, they had the vehicles, they had the store, they had the hidden entrance, and they had the tunnel stretching under the border with its electricity, ventilation, and rail system. The strange store had not been failing, it had been hiding money. Once the hidden entrance was exposed, there was no way to pretend the place was normal anymore. Authorities said the tunnel was linked to the Jalisco New Generation cartel and 4 people were charged in connection with the operation. One of them also faced a charge connected to the illegal tunnel itself. The cocaine was quickly seized, the tunnel was shut down. The store was searched, and the people connected to the case now had to answer for what had been hidden beneath the floor. For months, Buy 4 Less had been sitting there like any other small business near the border, but in reality it was a doorway. Not a doorway customers were meant to use. A hidden doorway under the floor, leading 55 feet down into a tunnel that almost nobody knew existed. And the whole thing was exposed because the agents refused to walk away from one impossible detail. The store was open, but nobody was really shopping.